How many times have you told your child that they are being dramatic when really their feelings are just bigger than their skills? We don't always realize it, but every time we tell a child they are too much or dramatic, what they actually hear is, my feelings don't matter, or I am wrong for being upset. But what we also forget as adults is kids are not being dramatic. They are being developmentally accurate. Their prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that controls decision making and emotional regulation, isn't fully developed until their mid 20s. So when your 5-year old or your 2-year old melts down over a broken cracker, or your 10-year old sobs because their sibling looked at them wrong, or someone hates somebody, they are not overreacting. They literally feel everything at 100%, and they don't have the brain capacity to dial it down. See, let's even tell ourselves the truth. Even us as adults, sometimes we can't even regulate ourselves. We slam cabinet doors. Sometimes we snap at the people that we love. We cry in our car. We stress eat a bowl of ice cream. We sit down and watch Netflix. We take a walk before we say something we regret later. But the difference here is we've had years of practice and a toolkit of coping mechanisms. Children don't yet. So instead of calling it dramatic, what if we got curious about why they feel that way? I remember growing up, I would do any chore you gave me. Clean toilets, fine. Organize the house or the rooms, I loved it. Laundry, no problem. But you see, dishes, I hated it. I'm using a strong word. I hated it. Especially back in those days when there was a big event and all the kids were supposed to wash outside with a huge bowl. Hey, there were piles and piles of plates, of greasy plates. Hey, stacked up. Chineke. I dreaded it. And you know what? Nobody ever asked me why. They just thought I was being lazy or just being a difficult child. So now that I am parenting, and when my kids dread a task, especially also washing plates, I don't immediately label them as dramatic or defiant. I ask them, why don't you like the task? Sometimes, let's say for instance, it's plates. Sometimes they don't like that there's too much food scraps in the sink. Sometimes they're overwhelmed by how much plates there is. Um, and sometimes they just don't know how to start. Maybe the room is scattered and they don't know how to start. And once I understand what the issue is, I can walk with you. I refocus them. I remind them why that task matters. And sometimes we do it together until they build momentum and confidence. It's not permissive parenting. It's not coddling them. It's teaching them emotional intelligence and problem solving. It's showing them your feelings are valid and we can work with them, not against them. When we actually validate it and don't dismiss their feelings, kids don't stay dramatic forever. They learn what to do with their feelings. They build the skills to name them, to manage them, and to move through them. But that only happens when we stop shaming those feelings and start teaching them the skills. And that starts with us as parents or as guides, recognizing that they are not giving us a hard time, they are having a hard time. Kids don't become less dramatic because we shame their feelings. They become less dramatic when they learn what to do with those feelings. And that starts with us. Don't hide this information, share it with others.